As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her clients' rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Markel Washington is suing Janine Coleman and Rihanna Holt in the amount of $300. Mr. Washington claims he was booked to DJ a New Year's Eve party that fell flat and says the defendants blamed him and refused to pay. The defendants are countersuing for $700.
All right, Mr. Washington, you're suing Ms. Coleman and Ms. Holt for $300 on a breach of contract, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're a DJ?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of DJ are you?
Hip-hop DJ.
Oh, so you play hip-hop music?
Well, a array of different types of music, but depending on my client and what they asking for, then I'll
Right.
play hip-hop, trap.
How long have you been a DJ?
For about 2 years professionally.
Okay. And how did you meet this gentleman?
Your Honor, me and Rihanna, we just wanted to have a fun New Year's Eve party, end of the year party. We're party promoters, and
Your party promoter?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were putting together a New Year's Eve party?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, our DJ that we had booked already canceled 3 days
Yes.
before. It was a very stressful situation.
Right.
So we reached out to Michael on Instagram.
Yes.
You found him on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes. Just went through his profile, and we thought that his content matched our vibe.
Right.
And
Which is this hip-hop thing?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, and your fee was $300?
It's originally 400.
Right, but for New Year's Eve party?
Yeah, I mean,
Is this in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it
how
is.
cheap a DJ is on New Year's Eve in Los Angeles?
I mean, he's not very good, so that's probably why it was less.
Yeah.
Well, you thought it was good based on
did
what you
think he
looked at,
was.
his reel and everything, right?
Yeah.
Right, but you that turned out not to be the case.
No,
Yeah.
it did not.
Okay, so what was our agreement? Did we have something in writing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
We did.
before I ask to see that, though, what was the agreement? You tell me.
So the agreement was that I show up, I DJ from 8:30 to 12 to noon.
You mean to midnight?
Yeah, to
Okay.
midnight.
Okay.
Sorry about
8:30 to midnight.
that. Yeah, 8:30 to midnight.
And you were gonna get, is that 4 hours? No, it's more than that.
Yeah,
How
it's
many
like-
hours is that?
3.5 hours.
Okay, it's 3.5 hours.
So
okay.
they originally we agreed $400
Okay,
for that time frame.
okay.
So the
You were
initial-
gonna get there at what time to set up?
He's supposed to be there 8:30.
8:30. So the party started at 9.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had some issues with my finding daycare for my kid. So I ended up calling up my baby mama, and she ended up watching my son.
Well,
So that
wait a
was-
second, but when did y'all contract?
3 days
3
prior.
days before.
3
yeah.
days before.
Yeah,
So you had 3 days to make arrangements for your
Yes.
child.
yeah, I did.
So why did you wait till the last minute to make
No,
arrangements?
I didn't wait to the last minute. We agreed ahead of time that I was going.
That the mother was gonna take the child.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you had a problem with that.
Well, it was just the time frame of her picking up our son. That was really the problem. But I ended up making it to the event.
What time
at a
did
He
you
let
decent
us. He
time.
let us know about this at 8:32. We
Yeah,
have
this
like
is-
the text to show that it was
Right.
already when he was supposed to be there. He let
Right,
us know he was gonna be late.
but it was not gonna start till 9.
No.
No.
Yeah,
But
it
he-
didn't start.
Tell me about the party. What was the vision for this party?
Our vision was a fun New Year's Eve party to set off the new year. You know, people have their goals and everything.
Right, but I'm
just
saying,
have
but what's
fun.
the party? Is
Well,
there a
this is-
theme?
this
We're
is
all
the-
wearing gold. What's happening at this party?
Well, this is the biggest event that we've thrown thus far.
Okay.
This is like a side hustle that we
Yeah.
do. We both work at like an independent entertainment company.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is like the biggest thing that we've thrown
But
thus far.
I throw a lot of parties. I was just out there showing pictures of a party that I just threw. They have themes, there's colors, there's things that are gonna happen, there's food, there's drinks. What was the party?
It was like a silver theme to bring in a platinum New Year.
Right, and who was invited?
It was people that we, were in connection with.
Yeah,
that
we did a lot of
with.
like outreach on Instagram, on
yes.
social media.
Okay.
We promoted a lot around the
Did
area.
people have to pay to come in?
Yes.
Yes.
We sold
Okay,
tickets.
so how much did people have to pay to come in?
$20.
Oh, this was one of those parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that special. It wasn't that special.
It was special to us.
Yeah. I mean, we
No,
were
I
only
said for
charging him
$20
$300
at a New
to-
Year's Eve
yeah.
party?
Yeah.
With a $300 DJ?
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't sound like that, a great big fancy party.
Yeah.
So people paid $20 to get in, and I'm saying nothing about your DJ skills. I never have found a DJ on New Year's Eve for $400. I just never have. The cheapest I remember was like $1,500 in Miami.
Yes.
New Year's Eve, that's what it would be. But be that as it may, this was your party. The people that were paying $20 to get in, when they got in, then what was the experience?
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
Did we sell tickets ahead of time?
Yes.
So how many tickets did you sell?
We sold.
At least like 400.
Well, you should
Yeah,
know
like
exactly how many tickets you sold. You're in court. You're in court. You're not at a social event.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Markel Washington, who is suing Janine Coleman and Rihanna Holt for breach of contract.
The experience was supposed to be that they came in, they immediately start dancing, start having a good time.
There's food.
Yes.
They have to pay for the food though.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a bar and restaurant.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but there were tables. Was it all around a dance floor?
Yeah, there were sections, a dance floor,
Okay.
like-
So there was
yeah.
no music going on before the DJ?
There wasn't. We wanted the DJ to be playing as people were
They
walking
were
in,
walking
but
in.
unfortunately,
Right.
since he came in late,
Right.
people were already in and there was no music.
Right.
And then
But I don't understand, and now you're going to learn, because you're going to learn from this experience. I assure you. That as important an event as this is to you, to have the DJ come to set up 30 minutes before the party starts? The agreement should have been like an hour at least.
Yeah.
These got equipment. Don't you have any equipment?
Yes, I got my own.
You know,
equipment.
sound stage, those big turntables, booths, then you do a sound check. You can't do that in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it take about like roughly an hour to really get
Did
set
you
up.
tell
You
them
should've told
that?
us that,
Did you
Yeah.
tell them that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
And
tell
you
him.
showed up late.
Yes,
so.
he showed up late. We were assuming that he would be a professional,
Yeah, but
DJ.
I'm gonna tell you this: music wasn't. Even if he had shown up on time, music was not going to be playing when folks came in. It just wasn't going to happen because there was not enough time. But he gets there at
I guess they're at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Sharp.
And what time? What's happening at the party when you get there?
People was there. I saw a lot of people just drinking.
A lot of
kind
drinking.
of mingling,
Right.
and then once
Talking.
talking.
People appear to be having a good
networking.
time.
Yeah, I mean they seem
With
to
no
be,
music.
Just no music.
They would have been having a better time.
I know, but they were having a good time though. Okay,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
saying. And about how many people were there by the time he got there?
Under 100
Yeah,
for
under
sure.
100.
And you were
Yeah.
anticipating how many?
Like 200. Like
No, more than that.
Like, what
Yeah,
were you
okay,
thinking?
yeah.
Did y'all talk about this? How many people did we have? Did we sell tickets ahead of time?
Yes.
Yes.
So how many tickets did you sell?
We sold.
At least like 400.
Well, you should
Yeah,
know
like
exactly
450.
how many tickets you sold.
We
You're in
sold
court. You're in court. You're not at a social event. How many tickets did you sell?
It was 428.
Okay, you sold 428 tickets. Okay.
Yes.
At $20 a ticket.
Do the math.
There we go.
I think that's $8,500 and some odd dollars.
$60, yes.
You're getting better.
Yes.
As long as I'm helping you, I notice. Okay, so that was a nice little bit of change, right? How much were you paying to rent the spot?
$2,500.
You
to
paid
rent it.
$2,500.
Yes.
Okay. Did you know about their contract or whatever deal they
no.
had with this place?
No, I didn't know anything
Your
about.
only thing was, I'm here to play music.
Yes, I was independently contracted to be
Right.
there on their behalf, not the club's behalf.
Okay, so you get there, you set up, you start playing music at what time?
Like around like 9:20. Because
Okay.
I was under the impression that I'm already late, so I figured let me just set up quick. You know what I'm saying? At least get one speaker set up
Right.
so that way I can get the club going
Get
as
some
quickly as
music
possible.
started, right,
So I was
right.
just trying to just be prompt and be quick as possible.
Okay, so now what happens?
And when he starts playing, people start coming to us complaining about the music. It's happening throughout the night.
How do people know who y'all are to come to complain to?
Well, we announce ourselves before it starts that we're the
Okay.
party promoters
Right.
and that we're
Right.
giving
And so
parties.
also,
people
like, we've
started
reached out to
looking for
people.
y'all and saying, I don't like the music?
I mean, like we're running around. We're like stressed out trying to get this party together,
Right.
and so when they see us running around,
Right.
they stop us.
Yeah,
and
and
they're
you know, we check in on people like
Yeah.
how you like how's
I
everything
understand,
doing?
but you're listening to the music yourself.
Yeah.
yes. and you
Okay,
can also hear us.
you weren't making the complaint. You're saying some people, party goers that paid $20 to be there, were making complaints about the music.
Yes. We also didn't like the music. But
so did you go over and tell him we don't? What did you say to him?
Yes. I went over to his booth and I said, people are complaining that this music is lo-fi, unengaging. We wanted upbeat music. This is not what you
It
said
wasn't
that you
upbeat.
would do. It wasn't upbeat. We gave
What
him
were
a
you
playlist.
playing? Give me some examples of what
I
you
was
were playing.
playing like trap music.
Right. Do you remember anything that you were playing off the top of your head?
I don't remember because
Right.
like we go through a array of playlists, so
Right,
it's
so
like
you
so
don't-
much music.
Right.
You
But
don't
was
never,
it current day hip hop music?
Yeah,
Not
some of it.
really. No.
Some of it was.
A
you
lot
know,
of
I
it was
kinda,
old.
A lot of
Yeah,
old
old
hip
school
hop, and some of
stuff,
that's the best hip hop there is. Is the old hip hop.
I was trying to
Some of that's
incorporate.
Preach.
Speed.
I'm looking at your sworn statement, Mr. Washington, and in it you say that you were approached by Rihanna, who several times, and she expressed dissatisfaction on behalf of a few guests. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Is that true? You agree?
Yes.
This is where I'm having some difficulty, is that you're telling him that there are guests that are dissatisfied as opposed to you are dissatisfied. Why is it about the guests being dissatisfied?
Well, they're the ones that are bringing us in our revenue.
Yeah, I
we
know,
wanna,
but
we wanna
then
please
you
our
tell him
guests.
I'm not satisfied, right? So what did he do in response to that?
Well, he kind of just like shrugged me off and just kept telling me to like, okay, well, I'll fix it. I'll play
Right.
something else.
Right.
Yeah. He was just like, I'm a
Did
DJ.
you ever give him a list of songs you wanted to play?
Yes.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
okay, you did. Did you get that list?
Yes, I did.
Okay, why didn't you play from the list?
I did play them.
He played like
It's
two
just
songs.
I incorporated a mixture
But
of.
they didn't ask you to incorporate. They gave you a list.
Well, I was getting requests from the people.
Did you tell him not to take requests?
We did not.
See, this is, didn't I tell you he was gonna learn some things today?
Coming up,
Most people don't have New Year's Eve plans, so it's funny to me that they say, oh, well, we're just gonna go home. His music was just that bad.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Markel Washington, who is suing Janine Coleman and Rihanna Holt for breach of contract.
Another thing you tell your DJ is you take requests from nobody but me. Because nobody is paying you but who? Me.
Yes.
So that was a mistake right there, to allow your guest to decide what the DJ should be playing.
They requested, but he didn't take the request
Right.
either.
Yeah.
So he
What-
didn't take the request or our playlist.
Well, he just said he took some requests.
Some, not all, because
Right.
you know.
So you playing a little bit of requests, a little bit what they requested, and basically your own kind of thing.
A mixture of everything.
Right. And we
yeah.
don't have any sound from this thing.
No.
Did you see people dancing?
Yeah. I saw
Did you
people dancing.
eventually have 428 people there?
No, we did not. People had started telling
Yeah.
other people that the party was bad.
People
and then
started
they just
leaving.
didn't
Well,
show
how
up.
do you know what people are telling other people?
They were posting on social media
Oh, okay, that
about
the
making a
party's
mock,
bad.
like
So
mocking
don't
her.
come to the party. Well, because of this music?
Yeah.
How much were the drinks?
The drinks were like,
They were, yeah, probably like
13,
15.
yeah, 15.
15 to
Those
20.
are cheap
Yeah.
drinks on New
Yeah.
Year's Eve.
mm-hmm.
And how about the food? Was it reasonably priced?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the food was fine as well. It was just him.
Yeah, but most people don't have New Year's Eve plans, so it's funny to me that they say, oh, well, we're just going to go home and not wait to cheer in the new year. But you're telling me that's what happened.
Yeah.
People started, his music was just that bad.
Yes.
Well, it was like bringing the vibe down. It was like he would play a good song for like 2 seconds and then transition into something
Oh,
tired.
was he one of these DJs that only play a little bit of the music and they
Yeah,
switch it?
exactly,
Oh,
yes,
I
exactly.
cannot
yes.
abide by that.
Yes.
You can't get into the groove and then the next day you switching, right?
Yeah, at the best part of the song too.
And the where
yes,
where
the peaks.
everybody knows the words.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up,
Well, we were pretty desperate.
Yeah.
Right.
To be
Well,
very
desperate
honest.
people do desperate things and some
Yeah.
get desperate results.
Yes.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Markel Washington, who is suing Janine Coleman and Rihanna Holt for breach of contract.
You know what? You should have called around and gotten some references from other people.
Well, we were pretty desperate.
Yeah.
Right.
To be
Well,
very
desperate
honest.
people do desperate things and some
Yeah.
get desperate results. By the time we got to midnight, what was the party like?
Well, even before midnight,
Yeah.
I came up to him multiple times talking about how people aren't enjoying the music.
Right.
And then he wasn't taking us seriously. So me, Janine, and my boyfriend went up there, and I thought I should bring my boyfriend because he wasn't taking two women seriously.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, and what happened?
and then they started getting aggressive with each other.
Yeah.
He spilled a drink on
Markel spilled
him.
a drink on
Right.
yeah.
Did you spill a drink on her, man? Well, what were you doing drinking at the party as a DJ?
Well, I thought it was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just.
It
doing
ain't
me.
your vibe. And you haven't created a vibe for anybody else in the room, apparently.
Yeah, and at the same time, he's telling guests that the drinks are watered down. That
You
they don't
heard him
taste
say
good.
that? Did you tell anybody these are watered down drinks after your second one?
This is actually what happened. People were coming to me,
All the drunks are coming to you.
requesting music.
All
Hold
the
on.
drunks are coming to him.
Requesting music.
Requesting
But
music.
then they also
This
complaining
isn't-
about
and
the drinks.
complaining that the drinks are weak.
They obviously got
But
to
they're
the
the
point that
drunks
they're
in the
drunk.
party. They're the drunks in the party. Why are we here?
We're here because he's suing us, but he shouldn't be.
Okay,
And then
they didn't want to
and then-
pay you. You
yeah.
didn't get paid.
Yeah, for my professional services.
They didn't pay you, and you didn't pay him because?
We didn't pay him because he did not meet the agreement and have adequate professional services. We're also countersuing him
Okay.
because we had to pay $700 because we didn't meet our drink quota for the
What
venue.
drink quota?
We had a contract with the venue that we had to meet a minimum of $2,500 in drink sales,
Yes.
and if not, we had to pay the difference out of pocket.
Yes.
And that was $700.
Yes.
That's interference with a business contract, is what you brought a countersuit for. Okay, so that's called tortious interference with a business contract.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You're saying that these people that you rented the space from, you had a minimum that you didn't meet, and you had to pay the difference. He didn't know anything about that. So that lawsuit fails. But back to you, you agreed to play their tracks.
Yes. I did.
They paid you to play their tracks, not the drunks that were complaining. They paid you. So I do believe that you breached your promise to them. And so in that
Well,
respect, I'm
I will
sorry.
interject. I actually have.
Do you have something in writing?
Yeah,
I
we
have,
like
I have
it's
my
about the
contract.
playlist?
No. Let me see the contract.
I have my contract.
I didn't know you had a written contract. I thought y'all had time to get a written contract out to this man. In 2 days, okay. This is even worse for you than before you showed it to me. You agree that you are going to ensure a final product that is satisfactory to both parties and incorporate all of their notes into what you produce, and you didn't do that. I'm ready to
Well,
rule.
they
As to
feel like-
your
they
breach
felt
of
like I didn't do
contract
it.
claim, that is dismissed. I rule on behalf of the defendants for that. So there's no money passing hands here. Good luck to you both.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the co-defendants. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
We're just going to keep promoting our parties and, having fun.
Yeah, it's safe to say we won't be working with Markel ever again.
Ever.
I'm gonna just keep working and keep producing.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.